I don't feel like I get enough dirt in my diet. Where did you come from? I'm just gonna say moist all friggin' day. Hi everybody, my name's Alexandra Napoli and this is Health Coach TV, the show to watch if you want to learn how to cook healthy food that doesn't suck. And today, I'm cooking some healthy food that doesn't suck. It's basically all that I do here. Get used to it. Love it. This is good. This is great. We're gonna cook. What I am working with today is a bunch of potatoes, some baby bell mushrooms, 1 bell pepper, many little carrots, and some red onion. So that might not sound like a lot of food and it might not be a lot of food. I'm just cooking for myself tonight, so it's gonna be a pretty simple dinner. The first thing that I wanna get going is a pot of boiling water for my potatoes. Pot, water, bring boil, yes. So I've got the pot of water on, high heat, put the lid on it, bring it to a boil. While that's happening, I'm gonna cut up my potatoes. So it's just me by myself, so I'm probably gonna have like 14 potatoes. Just kidding, if I had 14 I would, but I don't, so I can't. I'm gonna cut the potatoes into fairly small pieces so that they'll be done boiling about the same time as my little stir fry is done cooking. So by small pieces, I mean like this kind of small. Cut them in half, half, half. What's the mathematical term for that? I could ask my Google. Don't wanna. It's not boiling, obviously, because it's only been on for like 7 seconds. But I'm gonna put my potatoes in anyways, because that's okay. So I've got all my potatoes in the water. I'm waiting for it to boil. I'm gonna leave the lid on until it comes to a boil, and then once it boils, I'm gonna take the lid off and let it boil without the lid on, obviously, because that's what happens when you take off a lid when things are boiling. You're boiling it with the lid off. Time for the onion. Take off the outside dry skin bit. Garbage bowl. I'm just gonna take, I think, 1/4 of this. So I've got like a little chunk of onion here, and that's all I'm gonna use. It's just a small meal for me. Frying pan. And I'm gonna add a dollop of ghee. I get asked all the time, what the heck is ghee? Because I cook with it so often. Ghee is just butter. It's butter that's been clarified, so it's even more delicious. Oh yeah. It's smooth, it has a higher smoke point than butter, so you can cook it to higher heats, and it just tastes really good. It's butter without the dairy. I like you very much. You are fantastic. Boop. So I'm gonna cut up my onion really quick here. I'm gonna put that in my ghee. I forgot to mention I'm gonna be using a clove of garlic. If you've ever watched the show, you should have known that I'd be using a clove of garlic. Is it possible to make a meal without a clove of garlic? I don't think so. Smash it! That wasn't strong enough. Ooh! And then the skin. Ah, so easy. So you smash it to get the skin off of the garlic. I'm just gonna cut this up really finely. You could use a garlic press, but I don't wanna make more dishes than I need to. Get my cut on. That's why I don't put my fingers down there, because this looks dangerous, right? I should have a disclaimer on all my videos that like, don't cut the way that I cut. Wooden spoon. Mix up the oil with the onion. Starting to sizzle. So that's moving and shaking and bubbling and baking. Not baking. Technically we're not baking at all. I shouldn't have said that. Garlic. Now the next thing that's gonna cook the slowest is the carrots. So I wanna get those in pretty quickly. Cutting them into little slices. My potatoes are boiling. See, that's why you take the lid off. They start to get really hot. Do your thing, potatoes. This is how you should cook. Do everything at once. Because honestly, if you just came home for a long day of work, you want to spend max 30 minutes in the kitchen, and you want to have a healthy, delicious meal that doesn't suck. So do things at once. Sometimes things will burn. That's okay. Putting this into the pan. So when you're cooking things in a stir fry, always go by order of hard things to soft things, because the hard, dense things like the carrots are gonna take longer to cook. But I am gonna turn this down a little bit. So I'm gonna cook it on medium low. I just don't want anything to burn while I get my other stuff ready. So this is obviously a bell pepper. Cut it in half. Rip out the guts. Seriously though, just like get in there and rip out the guts. That's like the best way to do it. Hey, you got yourself a clean old bell pepper there. Nom 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 nom. I wanna add a little bit of liquid to that. What I've got here is Broth Master's bone broth. Bone broth is delicious. It's kind of like chicken stock, but like more intense and awesome. So this stuff is really good. For the last couple of weeks, I've actually been drinking it. I would heat it up on the stovetop and drink it like a cup of tea. Pretty freaking delicious. So I'm gonna add a little bit of that, just so it's a little bit moist. Do you like it when I say moist? People love the word moist. That's like my general consensus. Everybody loves the word moist. Just gave my potatoes a little mix. Now I'm gonna cut up my bell pepper. Make sure you get rid of any little seeds laying around. I seem to remember someone telling me that the seeds can make you constipated. That might not be true, but that's why I leave them out. Oh my gosh, we got like a heavy boil happening over there. So I turned down the potatoes to like a medium because that shit's boiling over. Take your red pepper and throw it in your frying pan. Now this needs to be hotter. It's like too hot, too cold, too hot, too cold. I'm Goldilocks in this kitchen tonight. Get hotter, get colder. I'm gonna season this a bit now. I'm gonna add some salt. I'm gonna add some pepper. And by some, I mean quite a lot. Time to do some shrooms. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you get it? Some shrooms? Get it? Get it? Yeah? Do you get it? Yeah. Okay, well, I guess I'll just cut these up then. I don't wash mushrooms. Is that bad? I like obviously take like the big dirt off because you're not supposed to get mushrooms wet, so then you're supposed to clean them dry. So then really you're just like wiping them off. Because I don't need some special mushroom tool to wipe my mushrooms down. Like, oh, look, I've cleaned my mushrooms. So if I ever do die from eating mushrooms, I'll be sure to post that in the links below. So my broth is sizzling. My potatoes are simmering. Things are happening in this kitchen. It's amazing. I'm gonna add my mushrooms to my stir fry. Giving this a mix around. I'm just thinking about if I wanna add anything else. I've got all these veggies. I've got a delicious starch. I really am digging the whole vegetarian vibe, although I did just put chicken stock into my mix, so not technically vegetarian. Whoops-a-doodle. I'm just gonna have my veggies, and I'm gonna have my potatoes, and it's gonna be a delicious, wonderful meal. The way to check if your potatoes are done, take out a hunk, what a steamy hunk, and poke it with a fork. Ooh, that's actually pretty done. Let me test a bigger hunk. I do love big hunks. Yeah, man. Okay, the potatoes are done. Wasn't that super duper fast? Strainer. Oh, it's so heavy. Okay, I've got it. Drain it back into the same pot. So the reason we put it back into the same pot is that this pot is hot. See, the steam keeps going. So that means that the water that's on the potato is evaporating. Hashtag science, hashtag cool. So I'll shake them up a little bit. They get a little bit bruised, deliciously bruised. I love to bruise my hunks. This just turned into like a really weird 50 Shades of Grey. I'm gonna take some ghee, like a dollop. I guess that makes the meal not vegetarian either. So I'm gonna mix my butter, ghee, around with my potatoes. And then to these guys, you could add a dash of salt, you could add some herbs. If you had some fresh herbs, you could add those to your mix here. I'm gonna be adding some triple blend flakes. This is basically seaweed. It's a salt alternative that has more bioavailable iodine in it. Iodine is really good for your hormones and junk like that, and your thyroid. Eat more seaweed. That's my PSA for the day. It just tastes like salt. It's not like fishy, I promise. So I've got my delicious potatoes here. Probably too much for one sitting. You can never overdo potato, says the Irish girl. I'm stirring my fry. Let's have a look-see here. Oh, it's so hot. So I got all my veggies in there. So let's put it all together. Some delicious potatoes and a banging stir fry. This is a meal. How long have we been here? I don't know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes? This did not take any time at all. I have a delicious meal. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be dope. And I'm gonna be real healthy for it. I hope that your dinner is as healthy as my dinner. And I hope that your dinner doesn't suck, just like my dinner doesn't suck. I don't know how to say that properly. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. If you have any comments, what you would do to this dinner to make it even more delicious and unsucky, let me know in the comments below. If you want to find this full recipe, be sure to look in my notes, because that's where you'll find the link to the recipe. It's all coming together. I love you. Thanks for watching. Make it a great day.